Before we begin, pause for just a second. If you want stories like this to keep finding you, then like and hit the subscribe button. And leave a comment telling me where you're watching from and what time it is right now. Now, turn the lights down, stay very still, and let the shadows take over. Ethan told himself the arrangement was temporary. That was the lie. He used to fall asleep at night. He was 24, working night shifts at a warehouse outside Dayton, Ohio. Rent was overdue. His car hesitated every time he turned the key in the cold. When the message came through, polite, direct, stripped of emotion, it didn't feel like temptation. It felt like relief. Her name was Mary Ann. She didn't ask for pictures. She didn't flirt. She didn't even call it a sugar arrangement. She called it support. Their first meetings were public. Coffee shops. Quiet diners off the highway. Mary Ann always arrived early, dressed in neutral colors, eyes casually tracking the door. She paid without comment, sliding envelopes across the table the way someone might pass paperwork. "You don't owe me anything," she said once. "Just honesty." The money was good. Too good. Ethan stopped asking questions. Then Mary Ann started asking about his routines. What time he left work. Which route he drove home. Whether he locked his door at night. She framed it as concern. Safety. "The world is dangerous, Ethan." One night after a late shift, he found a grocery bag sitting outside his apartment door. No note. Just food. His favorite cereal. The protein bars he always bought. Even the cheap coffee he drank every morning. He hadn't given her his address. When he asked how she knew, Mary Ann smiled, calm and patient. "You mentioned the blue mailbox by your building." He didn't remember saying that. The rules arrived slowly. Don't go out after midnight. Stop drinking energy drinks. Don't spend time with that coworker, she distracts you. Whenever he ignored her advice, something went wrong. A flat tire. A sudden write-up at work. A surprise landlord inspection he wasn't ready for. Mary Ann always messaged afterward. "I tried to warn you." The first time Ethan tried to end things, his bank account froze the next morning. Fraud alert. Weeks to resolve. His warehouse hours were cut the same day. Mary Ann didn't threaten him. She didn't have to. She just reminded him how fragile his life was. Then came the payments that weren't money. She cleared his debts without telling him. Spoke to his landlord. Reached out to his supervisor. That was when Ethan understood he wasn't being supported. He was being managed. The breaking point came during a December snowstorm. Empty roads. Wind screaming between buildings. A message buzzed on his phone. "Stay home tonight." He didn't. He needed air. Needed proof that he still had choices. When he came back, his apartment door was unlocked. Nothing was stolen. Nothing broken. But everything was off. Furniture slightly repositioned. Photos turned face down. His phone charging on the table, despite the fact he was holding it. Then he saw the note. Not threatening. Not angry. "I cleaned. You were living wrong." Ethan didn't pack. He grabbed his coat and ran. Drove until the gas light came on. Slept in his car behind a closed grocery store. The messages stopped after that. No money. No warnings. No Mary Ann. Months passed before he felt safe again. Then his new apartment complex sent a welcome email. "Your emergency contact has been updated." The name listed wasn't his mother. Wasn't a friend. It was Mary Ann. Ethan never changed it back. Because some payments, once accepted, don't ever really end. Marcus didn't think much of it at first. That was the problem. He was 26, living alone in a studio apartment above a closed nail salon in Toledo. Thin walls. Loud nights. Money that never quite stretched far enough. When the app matched him with someone listed only as L, the profile picture was blank. No face. No age. Just a single line of text. "I prefer distance." Their conversations were odd but steady. She never flirted, never complimented him. She asked questions instead. What time do you sleep? Do you lock your windows? Can you hear your neighbors at night? Marcus joked about it. She never laughed. The payments came quickly. Too quickly. Rent, utilities, his overdue phone bill. Every transfer landed at exactly 3:17 a.m. When he asked why that time, her reply was immediate. That's when you're most honest. He didn't ask again. Weeks passed and Marcus began noticing changes he couldn't explain. The thermostat adjusted itself overnight. His alarms stopped ringing on weekends. Packages appeared outside his door, things he needed but hadn't ordered. A new lock, noise-canceling headphones, blackout curtains. When he thanked her, she replied, "You're easier to protect this way." The fear didn't fully set in until she corrected him about his own apartment. "Marcus, I hate how the hallway light flickers." "Oh, it stopped flickering last month." He checked that night. It hadn't flickered. A few days later, Marcus decided to end it. He typed the message carefully. Polite. Final. His thumb hovered over send. A new message appeared before he could press it. "Oh, you forgot to mention the man who stands outside your building at night." Marcus froze. He pulled the blinds back just an inch. Across the street, beneath a broken street light, someone stood perfectly still, watching his window. Marcus let the blinds fall shut and didn't breathe until his chest burned. "I'm sorry," he typed. Her reply came instantly. "I know." After that, she stopped warning him. She didn't need to. Things simply worked. The man across the street never came back. His landlord stopped knocking. His neighbors moved out one by one. The building grew quiet. Too quiet. One night, Marcus woke to the sound of typing. Not from his phone. From his laptop. It was open on the table, screen glowing. The cursor moved on its own. A document filled the screen. Routine compliance log. Dates. Times. Observations. Sleep improved. Resistance reduced. Attachment stable. At the bottom, a final line appeared. Phase 3 ready. Marcus slammed the laptop shut and ran. He didn't pack. He didn't look back. That night, he slept on a friend's couch. Then another. Then another. Weeks later, he bought a cheap prepaid phone. The first notification arrived at 3:17 a.m. Unknown sender. Distance was never the point. Marcus turned the phone off. But sometimes when the room goes silent, he still feels like something is listening, waiting for him to fall back into routine. Jonah thought the money was the dangerous part. He was wrong. He was 28, recently divorced, living in a half-furnished townhouse outside Grand Rapids. The silence after his ex moved out felt heavier than the debt she left behind. That was when Clara messaged him. Her profile was bare. One sentence. "I help men rebuild." She didn't ask for photos. She didn't flirt. She sent money before he even agreed to anything. "Use it to stabilize," she said. At first, Clara only wanted conversation. Long ones. Late at night. She asked about Jonah's childhood, his marriage, the mistakes that replayed when sleep wouldn't come. She listened without interrupting. Without judgment. That was what made him trust her. Then she started reframing his life. "Your ex didn't leave, you were released. Your job isn't draining, you're underutilized. Your loneliness isn't weakness, it's readiness." Each sentence felt reassuring. Each one quietly shifted how he thought. The allowance increased every month. Jonah upgraded his car, paid off debts, moved into a cleaner place. Clara praised every improvement. "You respond well to structure," she said. Soon, structure turned into suggestion. Wake up earlier. Work out at the same time every day. Stop seeing your brother, he undermines you. Jonah hesitated at that last one. The following week, his brother stopped returning calls. Not ignoring him. Just unreachable. Clara didn't mention it. One night, Jonah admitted he felt watched in his new neighborhood. Clara replied immediately. You are. He laughed, uneasy. She didn't. You draw attention when you're in transition. The cameras appeared soon after. Small black domes installed by the landlord for security. Clara insisted it was a good thing. Accountability reduces anxiety. Jonah noticed how calm she sounded when he told her where each camera was placed. Then came the document. Not legal, not formal. Just something Clara asked him to read. Guided Stability Agreement. It outlined expectations, behavior, compliance, growth milestones. Near the bottom, one line made his throat tighten. Identity restructuring may cause temporary distress. Jonah didn't sign. The allowance stopped the next morning. So did his credit cards. So did his gym access. So did his parking pass. Even his work email locked him out. Systems failing one by one. Clara finally messaged, "You're regressing." Jonah tried to leave town. Packed his car. Drove until his GPS rerouted him back onto the same highway 3 times in a row. His phone buzzed. "You're safest where you're optimized." He abandoned the car and kept walking. Didn't stop until sunrise. Months passed. He rebuilt again. Slower. Harder. Alone. One evening, sorting through old files, he found a folder he didn't remember creating. Inside were progress reports. Written by Clara. Behavioral shifts. Resistance markers. A final note at the bottom. Subject escaped before final consolidation. Monitoring paused, not terminated. Jonah closed the laptop. Now he keeps his routines loose. Avoids patterns. Never lets his life settle too neatly. Because the allowance was never the trap. Structure was.